Hello, and welcome to this Final Boss Fight Quiz Night. My name is John, and I am joined by Jen.
Yo!
Ben.
Hello there.
Rogue.
Howdy.
And Robin.
Hello.
Because apparently...
No, don't do that, Rogue.
Apparently...
That so many times. Please don't.
Apparently,
and don't do the Robin Hood either.
We're doing a stream where everybody's names have to share 2 letters. I have been laughing when I do the intros, like silently laughing to myself of the intros for like Minecraft and things, because we have Jen and Ben in that now, and I have Sean and Sean in other streams, and it's like, why do I just keep streaming with people whose names rhyme?
Well, it's not a crime.
Is it not?
John's prepared to do the time.
If anything, it just takes up time.
One, I beat you both to time.
Oh, okay, I'm a bit of a lime. Who cares?
Oh dear.
You're fine.
That was sublime.
Okay, so how long can the rest of you keep going with the rhymes?
I'm not even going to attempt it.
Till midnight. I would expect till midnight chimes.
Oh! Does that count with the S on it?
It's... Oh, we got a stretch.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, that rhyme was a stretch.
So, welcome to the Final Boss Fight Quiz Night for January 2025. If you've not seen one of our quizzes before, we've been doing these for 5 years now, because time is broken, and that doesn't sound right, but we have been doing these. This is going to be the 5th year of quizzes.
Time is warped and space is bendable.
Yeah. We started these for keeping the grey cells going while nobody could go outside for some reason that occurred about 5 years ago. We don't talk about the blip anymore.
Just in case it happens
was that
again.
really that long ago?
It was. As I say, time is broken. And a weird soup.
That's why we don't taste time anymore.
Yep. To do these quizzes, I have 4 rounds of questions that I will be asking these 4 fine folks. We have implemented a little timer in the bottom corner now so that we don't stay here till midnight, because we did, start getting up that way at certain points. These 4 fine folks are going to write down their answers in some form, and once I have asked all 10 of the questions of a round, we will go back and mark them. If you are in the chat, please don't share your answers in the chat until we have marked the round. You are welcome to play along at home and keep track of your own scores, but please do not share your answers in the chat, no matter how much anyone asks or messages or communicates in non-verbal ways, which will be interesting as none of them have cameras tonight. Please do.
That would be impressive.
Please do not share your answers in the chat or with the players until we have marked the round.
Unless you want to.
I mean, I can't really stop you or penalize you in any way, so,
So that means you can do it.
Well, clearly Ben just obviously wins because if he loses, he gets to pick the round for next time. So Ben wins, and he doesn't get anything. Bye, Ben.
Well, that
How it
was a fun
works.
session. I'll see you next time.
If Ben wins, he gets the answers in the chat.
Ben's
It's
the
all I've ever
winner.
wanted.
Ben's the winner, and I don't know. Jen's in last place, I guess, this week. We're done. Let's go home.
Bye, everyone. It was
Bye.
a wonderful time.
No, I've actually got questions, so let's actually ask them and find out who's going to win that way.
That sounds like work, and work doesn't sound like fun.
So this month, what do we call it when it's every other month? This month,
Bi-monthly?
Yes.
bi-monthly, bi-monthly, but the way where it's every other month, not twice a month. Like the
I was going to say, was that the first question?
no.
I think we're all getting off to a wonderful start.
This time,
Obviously.
Semi-monthly?
this time I have
Two,
questions on Monty Python and the Holy Grail,
Good film.
the Lord of the Rings films,
Oh, yeah.
Cheese or Service Station 2, The Return of Cheese or Service Station, and a round of general knowledge questions. So, without further ado, before we get to round one, Ben, what is your team name for tonight?
I'll be the ring. I can't even think of anything else to go with, so I'll just be the ring.
Jen.
Angel Feather. Also, John, didn't we agree that it's not general knowledge, it's general knowledge for John?
These are from the 2024 Quiz of the Day book from Clarity Media. These were a book.
They were a book. Huh.
Well, there were 10 questions from the book, so it's you know,
It's a good start.
the
It's a very
average
good
person
start.
should know these things. Rogue, what is your team name for tonight?
I'm just going to go with Rogue. I was very tempted with Cheesy Curtain, but that would require explanation.
I don't think it does, but you know, that's up to you. And Robin.
Team Sea Slug.
Someone's been watching Azumanga
I was wondering if anyone would get the reference.
I love that show. It's so it's one of the few high school comedies I can watch because it's not annoying
Yeah.
and they actually age.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
I need to like go back
Such a
and
good
watch
series. Such a good series.
Good series, cute music, good characters. It's just so well done.
I was thinking of rereading the manga recently, actually.
I had the omnibus for like the first 3 volumes. I need to find that. I think that might have gotten left in the States, which is a disappointment.
That's a shame.
That's a bit of a long way to go back and get it.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. A quick trip overseas would be fine. Be back before the weekend.
I could probably find it used on Amazon for like 3 pence, and then you pay £4 shipping.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, let's get on with question 1 on the round Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Question 1. Oh, let's actually ask the question before I start the timer.
That'd be good.
Wow.
Who gives King Arthur the quest for the Holy Grail? Who gives King Arthur the quest for the Holy Grail?
That question is so easy that I actually kind of second guessed myself for a second.
It's
I must say,
been
it's been
such a long time since I've seen that film.
same here.
Oh,
I'm literally trying to think. I don't know. Well, sorry.
Yeah, that's like, you think that detail would be really obvious, but it's just like,
It's
I
it's
don't remember
easy
that one.
when you know it, Jen.
I guess.
Like a lot of the questions I ask, they're easy when you know them. 10 seconds left on the timer. And now it's time for question 2. What do the knights do whenever they're able? What do the knights do whenever they are able? There is a one-word answer for this, but I have also got a longer answer that you can also give and accept for points.
I don't know why. I was expecting this round to be much easier than this.
Yeah.
Well, that's where you misunderstand when John's in charge.
Two
Challenge
things I
is to be
can do.
accepted, whether you like it or not.
So I'm hoping I've got the right answer because I'm stuck between two possibilities. I hate when that happens.
I mean, it's in the film.
No, I know. It's just I remember the lyrics. It's trying to remember if I have the lyrics in the right order.
Question 3. How many times does a swallow have to beat its wings per second?
African or European?
Yes. I believe it's the European swallow they're discussing at this point.
What's the average wind speed velocity of a laden swallow? Carrying a coconut.
Can you repeat the question, please, John?
Yeah,
How
I
many
kind of lost it for a second.
How many times does a swallow have to beat its wings per second?
I have a serious and a joke answer to this.
And now for question 4. What is the first animal the French catapult over the wall? What is the first animal the French catapult over the wall?
I really should have watched this again just to.
Yeah.
Job.
I just like the idea that like there's streaming services out there like, why have 4 people just watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail in 1 week? Like that's oddly high.
Oh no, I wouldn't
viewing
be watching
figures.
it on any streaming services. I'd be putting the DVD on.
I mean that is difficult to track. Yes.
But not impossible.
Question 5. What did the French taunter call Arthur's mother?
Oh.
What did the French taunter call Arthur's mother?
Oh God, I'm gonna kick myself when I find that one out.
If anyone needs assistance, it is spoken in the Game of Thrones in a different language. I can't remember what the language is called. Fantasy one, you know, something like that.
That whole bit is amazing. Honestly, the whole movie's amazing, but
I would like to point out as well the stream title tonight, Knights of the Coconut, is the English translation of the German title of Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
All right.
Wasn't that a quiz question last quiz?
That was the question. I hadn't translated the names. I found the German film names for certain films and found direct translations of what they actually mean. And Knights. I should actually just look it up. I've got the quiz questions.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've started a new.
Marty's distracted. Somebody can watch the movie.
I've started a new doc on Google Docs for the fact that it's now 2025. Der Ritter der Kokosnuss, which translates to the Knights of the Coconut.
Okay.
And now it is
A couple
time.
of them are really. Sorry.
And now it is time for a multiple choice question. What is the real name of the castle that was used for, amongst others, Castle Anthrax and the Swamp Castle? Chillingham, Eileen Donan, Doon Castle, or Alnwick? What is the real name of the castle that was used for, among others, Castle Anthrax and Swamp Castle? Was it Chillingham, Eileen Donan, Doon Castle, or Alnwick?
I don't think that's mentioned in the movie.
No.
I'm trying to even think of the scenes from the movie to remember the castle. I don't remember a castle apart from the one at the very beginning.
There's like 3.
No, because there's the one with the nuns who want a spanking, and then there's the one where the guy goes in to save what he thinks is a lady, and it turns out to be like the young prince. He doesn't want an arranged marriage, and so he slaughters a bunch of people at the wedding.
It's so long since I've seen it.
Well, several of the castles were the same castle, all played by one real-life castle. And now it is time for question 7. Question 7 is, what do the knights dine on a lot? What do the knights dine on a lot?
I can't put that answer. John won't read it.
This lyric was taken for the title of the stage show.
Oh dear me.
How? The stage show came after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took the lyric and made it the name of the stage show.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Sorry, I heard that in the other way round, that the lyric was put in because of the stage show. It's like, the song already existed. How?
Time travel. They wrote the stage show first and then time traveled back and...
Insert it in the film.
Yeah. Surreptitiously.
Very carefully.
Question 8. What is Sir Lancelot's favourite colour? What is Sir Lancelot's favourite colour?
My God, me and Mom just quoted this scene this morning.
One of the only ones that I'm vaguely close to remembering. It's still just like, oh, which one was it?
I think we're going to get question 9 in, and then we've got an ad break starting in like a minute. So I'll ask question 9 after the time runs out, and then we'll possibly have a pause while we wait for question 10.
Okie dokie.
Question 9. What did John Cleese say the witch had turned him into?
Oh God.
The worst part is I could have not watched the movie and still gotten a lot of these answers because me and Mom quote it so often.
What did John Cleese say the witch had turned him into? I do love how many of these questions I've asked that Jen has just then chortled to herself.
He got better.
He did.
And that was going to be John's next question, so I was going to have to change that now.
Well, it's a good thing we've got an ad break, so I'll just have to write a new question 10 now. The former statement was for satirical purposes only, and question 10 will remain the same.
Oh.
That's what you're telling us anyway.
Well, as far as you know, that is accurate.
Aye.
Oh, excuse me.
So, as we're on an ad break real quick, I will just point out that this month we're doing the quiz, and for this year at least, we are alternating streams. So quiz nights will be every other month, and the in-between months will be public domain film night.
Mystery Theater 3000.
Yes. Yes.
I've
Also,
never heard of that.
Really?
And
That's
next
another
month,
little
Google
bit.
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
next month, we will be enjoying an MST3K classic, because next month we're going to be watching Manos, The Hands of Fate.
Oh, that's gonna be so good. It's gonna hurt so good.
I've never heard of that one either.
More on that next ad
Oh.
break.
You're gonna love it.
I'm not. I've already seen it. I don't want to. Anyway, question 10. We'll come back to Manos, The Hands of Fate in the next ad break. One of the Pythons had a son who doubled as the aptly named Sir Not Appearing in this film. Which one was it? One of the Pythons had a son who doubled as the aptly named Sir Not Appearing in this film. Which one was it?
It is also not explained in the movie, but there's only so many pythons.
I don't remember seeing any snakes in that film.
No, they were all taken for a short film done by what's his face? Oh, never mind. Joke's done.
I remember seeing plenty of llamas though.
I am slightly just heartbroken that there was not the question of how many seconds does one count before throwing the holy at the beginning of Antioch.
I mean,
Oh God, yes.
I was
That
very,
question's going to be in the Lord of the Rings section.
I was very tempted because one of the questions I did find was who brings forth the holy hand grenade of Antioch, and also what chapters of the book recite the rules of the holy hand grenade of Antioch.
Those would have been tough.
Yeah.
Most of these would be tough. I don't expect anyone to get with that exception of Jen, if you were asked this at a random pub quiz, the only people who would know the answers were somebody who'd watched the film the last 3 weeks.
And now it's time to get the answers. Jen, who gives King Arthur the quest for the Holy Grail?
Odd.
Yes. King Arthur and his knights decide they do not want to go to Camelot during the start of the film because it's a silly place. Shortly after this, God appears, surrounded by clouds, and announces, "This is your purpose, Arthur, the quest for the Holy Grail." I mean, he might not talk like that exactly. I've not seen the film recently, but that's my audition for the role. Ben, what do the knights do whenever they're able?
Dance.
Correct.
Does party count?
No.
It's literally a lyric in a song. It'd be very odd if we changed that one out for party.
Yeah.
I had to hustle.
For the sake of the lyrics, we're knights of the round table. We dance, whenever we're able. We do routines and chorus scenes with footwork impeccable. Our shows are formidable. Their rhyming schemes, not so much. Rogue.
One might say their rhyming scheme is unstable.
Yes. Rogue, how many times does a swallow have to beat its wings per second, according to the film at least?
So 2 answers for this. 1, again, African or European. And none,
obviously.
it could walk. It doesn't have to flap its wings at all. It can walk.
Robin.
I also put, is that an African or a European swallow?
I broke the question.
Jen.
10?
Ben.
Oh, didn't know. Up at 20.
43.
Oh.
My God, really?
The answer given in the film. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Wow.
Robin, what is the first animal the French catapult over the wall?
I think it's a cow.
It is indeed a cow. It lands on one of the horses.
Well, I don't know why in my head it was a cat.
Will they both begin with C?
They do. They're slightly different animals. Jen, what did the French taunter call Arthur's mother?
Your mother... elderberry.
No.
No, that's what the father smelled of.
Oh no, I got mother and father flipped. Oh no! Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries. So it's hamster.
Yes. Your mother is a hamster and your father smells of elderberries. Go and boil your bottom, sons of a silly person. I fart in your general direction. Now go away, or I shall taunt you a second time.
Second time. Is there any way I can get that point because I knew it, I just got it flipped? I answered it before like anybody else did?
I think we can give a
You say
half point for that.
Hey, thank you.
It's a good thing I'm not on camera because my jaw is slack at that leniency.
Do we all get an additional point for the sake that we didn't need to be told about the elderberries?
Sure.
Yay!
And Ben, what real-life castle was used for, amongst others, Castle Anthrax or the Swamp Castle?
I wasn't sure I put the Dun Castle.
You are correct.
Oh damn.
Anik was used in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Chillingham was used in Elizabeth. Eileen Donan was used in Highlander and The World Is Not Enough. And if you visit Dun Castle, they lend you 2 halves of a coconut.
That's a reason to go there now.
Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
I don't know where it is, but yep, that's convinced me I want to go.
Rogue, what do the knights dine on a lot?
Lamb?
I'll give a half point for that. Actually, no, I'll give a point for that. I'll be nice. I'll give a point for that.
Hey.
I was going to say what it comes down to. They literally say in the song that they eat spam a lot.
Ham and jam
But-
and spam a lot.
Ham and
There's
jam
the-
and spam.
Oh, of course. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll
I
give a
like
point
to
for spam.
push the
You give a point for spam or
I'll give a
half
point for
point for spam?
spam. I'll give a point for spam. Will be nice. Apparently, 2025, it's the year of being nice at the quiz.
Quick, someone clip that.
Yeah, remind me of that each time we do the quiz. Robin, what is Sir Lancelot's favourite colour?
Blue.
Correct. Jen, what did John Cleese say the witch turned him into?
Turned me into a newt. A newt?
I got better. And Ben, whose son doubled as...
That's correct.
That is correct, yes, sorry.
Yes.
That is the correct answer. He was turned into a newt, but apparently got better. Or apparently was turned into a newt. Ben, whose son doubled as Sir not appearing in the film?
I could not remember any of their actual names for a while, apart from one, Sir John Cleese.
I'm afraid it wasn't. Rogue.
Michael Palin's son?
It was Michael Palin's son.
Hey. Talk about shot in the dark.
Oh my
mean-
god, same here.
You got like 1 in 6 chance, I guess, if you can remember all of their names.
I think it's 7 of them.
I'm sorry to do this, guys. I'm going to drop out. I got 8.5 on that one, but
Okay,
I'm going to disappear.
no worries.
Oh,
I'm
you're
sorry.
still not feeling good.
Speak
No,
to you
it's
soon.
fine.
Look after yourself.
See you
Right.
soon.
Take care of yourself, Ben.
Will
Bye.
do. Right, bye.
Angel Feather.
7.5.
Rogue.
Depends on whether or not you were actually giving 2 points away for question 5.
Yeah, why not?
7.
And Team Sea Slug.
7.5.
Oh, it's only half a point in it.
There is only half a point in it. And we'll move on to round 2 with Lord of the Rings. These are questions that you should be able to answer from the films.
Again, a long time since I've seen them.
And I've said I'll give away multiple points, so I'll give away 2 points for question 1. What were Merry and Pippin's full names?
Oh. Oh.
I should actually start the timer.
I know one of them. Can I get 1 point if I get that one right?
You get 1 point for each name you can correctly guess.
I don't remember if they have middle names. Are you expecting middle names?
I don't have middle names listed.
Oh, thank God, I'm okay.
Okay, question 2, and multiple points are on offer again for this. Name at least one of the foods that Bilbo offers to Gandalf in the Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, you said these were easy?
No. I said these are questions that you should be able to answer from the film.
See, my mom could do these because she watches the films habitually. I'm sitting here going, God damn it, I spent too much time watching Holy Grail.
I'm gonna. Fellowship of the Ring is one of the Lord of the Rings films that I watched the least. Growing up, I would watch Two Towers and Return of the King loads, but I just didn't have the patience to go back to Fellowship of the Ring. Unless it was like back half of it.
I just watched the Tolkien film, the Tolkien biopic, and I really want to go back and rewatch The Lord of the Rings. Really should go and do that. I've got the DVDs out there, I think, and a DVD player now, so I can do that.
You know what? I might have to order them. It's been a long time since I've watched them.
I got my mom for Christmas one year the really extended edition. It's got like 6 discs and all of that, like how they made it stuff.
Yeah.
I always feel good to cut out the War of the Shire.
Yeah. And now
I
it's
thought that was
time
one of the best bits of the book.
for question 3. What
So
type
just
of
gladly got out
horse is Shadowfax? What type of horse is Shadowfax?
A white one?
Little fun fact
you're
for
wrong.
you on. Fun fact for you on this one. We say on this channel a lot, when things go wrong, blame Michael. And normally it's not his fault. When I was
Who's
writing... he's a person who plays D&D and Satisfactory with us. He's that fox boy on the channel.
Okay.
And normally he gets blamed for a lot of things that aren't his fault. And couldn't possibly be his fault. When I was writing out this quiz, I said, I think I'll drop this one out because I think this is too difficult of a question to get. And he immediately answered the correct answer. And so I was like, maybe it isn't. And I left it in. So you can blame Michael for that question still being here.
So it's actually his fault
It's
rather than...
actually a thing where it is his fault that that question is here. And now it is time for question 4. And I've started the timer already. Let me remember to actually ask you the question first. In the Fellowship of the Ring, Aragorn sings a song while the hobbits sleep. Who is the song about?
So I'm going to decide on my round now.
Decide on your round now?
Whoever gets the lowest points chooses a round for the next quiz.
Okay.
It used to be that it was a prize for the person who got the most points to name a topic for the next quiz, but it inevitably led to that person then winning that quiz as well because it was a thing that they were a specialist in. And so now
Makes
it's
sense.
sort of the person who wins gets bragging rights and the person who doesn't win gets to pick what we learn about next time.
And if you happen to win while having an active heart attack, you get a trophy.
We don't recommend anyone else go for the trophy.
Yes.
Yeah, really, really don't do that.
Yes.
What one day? I
She's
hope
still
we'll
got
win-
that, by the way. She loves it. She shows it off.
I was going to say, how's she doing?
She's in bed resting because she's not been well the last couple of days.
I'll tell her I was asking after her.
I will. Thank you. She'll appreciate that.
Question 5. How many Uruk-hai fought in the Battle of the Hornburg? I'm looking for an approximate number.
So is that like going to be closest to it? Gets the point.
Yeah, well, let's do it price of right rule. The price is right rules. Closest without going over.
Okay. What's the Price is Right?
It's an American, quiz show.
TV where they will show you an object, and you have to guess how much it's worth. And the closest you get without going over wins.
It
Okay.
regularly leads to an absolute dick move where someone will guess 166. The next person then goes 165. And the last person goes 167.
Yep.
Which means that first person is screwed.
Hmm.
Unless they are exactly right. Which happens more often than you might think.
Yeah, some people just have a really good eye for value.
Mm.
And then you get some people who are all like so far off, it's almost hilarious.
And now it
So
is
that-
time for question
and-
6.
Can I ask a pedanticism about question 5?
Yes.
Are we just talking about like the size of the army at the Hornburg, or specifically the number of Uruk-hai?
He said he was looking for an approximate, so I'm thinking an approximate.
In the film, they don't make mention of any other orcs being there.
You never said anything about orcs. But carry on. Let's do number 6.
Well, I asked how many Uruk-hai fought in the Battle of the Hornburg. So
Let's move on. I'm
I'm
comfortable either way.
curious to know what your pedanticism alludes
Well,
to.
remember to ask me about number 5 then.
I will do when we get back to it. But now, question 6. What is the name of the seeing stones? What is the name of the seeing stones?
I'm screwed. I don't remember there being any seeing stones.
Yes, you do.
Warrior Rock?
You know exactly. You're going to kick yourself because you do. You know exactly what we're talking about.
You will know the seeing stones
Hmm.
when we discuss what they're called.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh dear me. I shouldn't be scrolling Facebook whilst doing this, but that was a very cute picture.
Yes, that is a very cute picture.
I don't know what is a cute picture, but if it's in the chat, I'll have a look.
That's okay. I'm
If you could
Being
send
fashion-
it to Robin as well.
I have.
Question 7 now.
Yes, that is a very cute picture, and that cloud needs to be worshipped as a god.
What
I am.
day did Frodo wake up in Rivendell?
Monday.
Hmm.
What day did Frodo wake up in Rivendell?
It's a doozy. That's like super niche.
It is that's almost one that is probably the most niche.
They even say in the movie?
I assume it comes up somewhere, somehow.
I'm not confident in this round, to be honest.
Oh, I've already given up. So, like, don't even worry about it.
Question 8. In the Battle of the Hornburg, Gimli blows a horn. What is the name of the horn?
Well, I know whose horn it is, but I don't remember their name.
Excuse me. That slipped out.
Oh, of course it'd be that, yeah. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
In the Battle of the Hornburg, Gimli blows a horn. What is the name of the horn? Question 9. How old is Aragorn?
Does it even say that in the films?
They do, because Aragorn talks about Eowyn about it.
Random guess.
Same here, man. Like, I vaguely remember it being mentioned he will live longer than the average person, but that he won't live as long as an elf. But that's about the extent of what I remember. I'm just spitballing.
I'm just going off the age of the actor from what I remember. Just as a rough guesstimate.
Just remember that his greatest role was not Lord of the Rings. I'm thinking of a completely different actor. Ignore me.
I was going to say, what did you think his greatest role was?
I was going to say the dad in that tornado movie, but that wasn't Aragorn. That was the guy who played the dwarf in the prequels in The Hobbit.
Oh, also played Lucas and Spooks.
Yeah.
Or MI5, I think it's called in America.
Question 10. In that same scene where Aragorn discusses his age, Eowyn asks Aragorn if he rode to war with whom?
Is this a deleted scene? Because I do not remember this.
I don't remember any of that as well.
I feel like it's part of the extended edition, which I bought for my mother, but I did not watch myself.
I think it's the
know if it is.
conversation just before Aragorn is chased off a cliff. That tends to erase a lot of the previous scene for most people. It's like, shit! He fell off a cliff!
Does kind
Is
of
that
make
where
you
he,
forget
yeah,
the details.
Then goes into the lands of the dead.
No, that's a different film.
Oh. Is that
No,
Return of
this
the
is-
King?
Yeah, no, I remember the scene because they're riding to, not Rohan, but the cliff walled city
Gondor?
for the fight. No, the other one.
Tirith.
Minas Tirith, that one.
No. Not Minas Tirith.
Yeah,
That's the walled city. No, sorry, that's the cliff city. Unless you're talking about the one
But that's
in
not where they're
Rohan.
riding to.
I mean, true.
isn't it?
Not in that scene.
They're not riding to Minas Tirith there. That is Minas Tirith is a walled city, yeah. Anyway, That's beside the point. It's well, I mean, it is now time for the answers, but we're also about a minute away from an advert break. So one thing I will remind you is we have been running more adverts on this channel. If you are watching this and you've got headphones in, do pay attention to the fact that the ad breaks can be louder than we can, because the world is a sensible place and systems work perfectly fine. Pay attention to your ears. It's coming up any minute now.
No one believes in sound balance.
They believe in it, but when it can make them more money, they choose to ignore it. What I will say is that next month we're going to be watching MST3K Classic, Manos: The Hands of Fate. Let's just discuss a little bit. MST3K, or Mystery Science Theater 3000, was an American show where a comedian and a pair of robots, also voiced by comedians, riffed on a film under the guise that they were trapped on a space station by mad scientists trying to find the worst movie ever as a means of mind controlling the rest of the populace. The plot line
sounds bizarre.
The plot line of the show was largely a conceit to have a comedian riff on these horrible films. Manos: The Hands of Fate is one of the worst films committed to film. It is so bad that in the MST3K episode for it, both the mad scientist and the mad scientist's idiot assistant apologize to the actor / comedian who is trapped on the space station for forcing him to watch the terrible film. It is the only film that I know of where they both apologize for forcing the person to watch it.
Not bad.
The film itself was... Jen, how much do you know about it?
I honestly know it more by reputation, which is why I'm so excited. I've seen bits of it, and it is... Think of a really sweaty gym sock, marinated in chili sauce, and then squeeze all those juices out, have your dog drink it, and then poop it out, and then eat it.
Manos: The Hands
Wow.
of Fate is a film that was made on a bet by a manure salesman who bet a friend he couldn't make a film for less than $5,000. And Manos: The Hands of Fate proves that he was right and he couldn't and shouldn't have made a film for that much money.
But he did anyway.
It is an attempt. An attempt happened.
I'm just looking at the cast here, and I didn't realise Felicia Day was in it.
Yeah.
She is in MST3K's reboot.
Yes.
She is the
Yes,
mad
I was
scientist.
going to say she was one of my idols.
Yeah, that's the word you intended to use.
Best word I could think of.
You are allowed to use the word crush.
Yes.
You're allowed to say she was your celebrity crush, man. Like,
Yeah.
no one's gonna be offended.
Yeah, maybe just a wee bit.
She is honestly. We'll come back to some more of this next ad break. She is the only person I've been to Comic-Con and seen who really got me starstruck.
Yeah, I
because
probably froze up.
I was not expecting to see her because I was going. It was still at the time when Final Boss Fight was going as like press. And so I was going to do an interview with, I was going to be part of the press interviews with John Bishop, who, conveniently enough, was in Lord of the Rings. And Was it him or was it somebody else that I was doing the interview for? It was somebody that I was doing an interview with. And they were taking us up into the green rooms at MCM Comic-Con. And Felicia Day just walked out of the green room to go back to doing signings. And it was just like, I was not expecting to see you in person at all. Well, I'm going to need to, like, breathe for a few minutes now.
Yeah.
His brain just completely stopped functioning. Maybe give him 10 minutes.
Yeah, I must admit, I met her at a meet and greet in Birmingham, MCM, a few years back, and I just completely froze up.
I mean, that is fair. That is fair. And now it is time
Honestly,
for some
the only reason.
answers.
Oh darn! I was going to tell my
Oh
story.
god, he was worm tongue. Sorry.
Jed, tell
I
your
was just
story.
gonna
then
say
with
the
the
only
answers.
reason I didn't freeze up when I met Troy Baker was because I passed out in the line waiting. So by the time I had come to, it was like there is nothing more embarrassing than the fact that I fainted waiting for this man. There's no reason to freeze up.
Okay, question 1. Rogue. What were Merry and Pippin's full names?
Meriadoc Brandybuck and Peregrine Took.
Correct.
Do I get
Oh,
one
good,
for
I
each
got
of those?
one.
One for each of those.
I got neither. I remembered the Murdoch, and then I put Sackville Baggins. And then Pipsqueak Took.
You don't remember
The only reason I can-
Gandalf going full name on Pippin?
I remember Fool of the
Yeah.
Took.
No,
Uh,
the reason Peregrine Took is because the first time I heard about that movie, Miss Peregrine's House for Peculiar Children, I was all like, isn't that the dude from The Lord of the Rings? And my mom almost choked on her coffee.
There.
She's like, what the fuck?
Very
Robin.
different films.
Very
Can you-
different films.
Can you name, Robin, any of the foods that Bilbo offers to Gandalf in the Fellowship of the Ring?
A Butterfinger.
No. Jen.
He?
It's not on the list.
Oh, weird.
Rogue.
I went with pie.
No.
I'm genuinely a little shocked.
The list: chicken, pickle, cheese, raspberry jam, apple tart, sponge cake, and eggs. Jen, what type of horse is Shadowfax?
Oh, white one.
Rogue.
Okay, one, all white horses are actually greys. And sadly, I don't think I should know the fancy term. I just know he is a lord of all horses, and a grey.
Robin.
I put a white stallion.
He is a Miras.
He says that like we're supposed to know what that means.
It means, you know how Aragorn is Numenorian. It's
Nope.
the Numenorians of
No.
horses.
He says that like we're supposed to know what it means.
He was a human, wasn't he?
Yeah. Like, what?
God help me here.
I can't.
Nope. You cannot beat this level of ignorance, my man.
Rogue.
Someone clip that.
Rogue. Aragorn sings a song while the hobbits sleep. Who is the song about?
I can't remember the bloke's name, but I think it's the song of Thingy and Luthien.
Correct.
Hey, what's the name of the bloke that I've forgotten about?
Beren.
Beren and Luthien. Thank you.
And fun fact, that is also Luthien and Beren are engraved on Tolkien's tombstone. His shared headstone with him and his wife, because he says she inspired the story of Luthien and Beren.
That's quite sweet.
Here, I thought it was his kid.
I'd say you've not addressed the story of Beren and Luthien.
In a letter he wrote after his wife passed away to his son about his wife, he said that he talked about how wonderful his wife was, and said that now the story had gone topsy-turvy, and he was left behind and she had gone, and he couldn't ask the Lords of the Dead to bring her back.
Oof.
Rogue. No, we just asked Rogue. Robin, how many Uruk-hai fought in the Battle of the Hornburg?
Well, thinking about, I don't know if this is the right place, but I'm assuming that's the place where Boromir fell. And I was thinking, there's 8 members of the Fellowship. So I thought, going kind of D&D and how they slaughtered a lot of orcs / Uruk-hai, I guessed 30.
Jen.
Dude, I had absolutely no idea what battle you were talking about, so I just wrote thousands, because if it's the battle of something... I was like,
Remind me of which battle, because I might have thought of a completely different battle when I answered this question.
The Battle of the Hornburg.
Oh yeah, that's 10,000.
Yes. 10,000 is the correct answer.
You said
Which
approximate.
battle is that? I don't
1,000.
remember.
The Hornburg is also the other name for Helm's Deep.
Ah,
Do I get...
I'll give
I get
you
half a point?
half a point for thousands.
Yay.
So the reason I was being pedantic about that is that technically, as much as you don't really see them in the film, in the books, it's 10,000 Uruk-hai and Dunlending, men from Dunlending. No other orcs though.
I mean, that is fair, but also the question was how many Uruk-hai fought in the battle.
had I realised that was the Battle of Helm's Deep, I would have been put much higher.
It would have been a slightly less exciting battle if just 30 Uruk-hai showed up.
No, I thought it was the fight where they had this battle just after Boromir had told Frodo to give him the ring, and
I just want to see the cut of the film where 30 Uruk-hai turn up to the Helm's Deep and just be like, we really underestimated this, lads.
Right, does everyone have their giant bomb? Okay.
Jen, what is the name of the Seeing Stones?
The Eyes of Sauron?
Rogue.
The Palantir.
The Palantir, yes. Or the Palantiri is the multiples, apparently. But Rogue, what day did Frodo wake up in Rivendell?
really is me.
Pardon?
Oh no, Palantir. No, ignore me.
Okay. I went with the anniversary of Bilbo's arrival. Just fuck if I know that.
Robin.
I said Saturday.
1 second. Jen.
I put Monday, so...
Okay.
Somehow we're all correct.
just trying to see if they actually have days of the week. I don't think they do. Oh, no, sorry. It's a Monday, apparently.
Oh my god, so I'm right?
Sure.
Oh my god!
The correct date is October the 24th, 3018 of the Third Age.
Monday.
The day of... Some people call it the Day of Many Meetings because it is the day that Frodo wakes up, meets with Gandalf, Gloin, Eladan and Elohir, Boromir and Bilbo. And just, generally meets everyone that's at Rivendell. Obviously, that's a lot of those are people that are in the book, not the film.
Yes.
I lost track of who I'm asking this to.
Me.
Robin. At the battle, Gimli blows a horn. What is the name of the horn?
I can't remember, so I just called it the Horn of Honking.
So close, sort of. Jen.
I had no idea.
Rogue.
Well, Helm's Deep, so logic would suggest that it's the Horn of Helm, but I forget it. I know it's slightly longer than that, so I feel like it's Horn of Helm. Insert epithet here.
Yes, I mean I'll give you a half point for the Horn of Helm. The full name is the Horn of Helm Hammerhand.
That's a good dwarf name.
It's a human.
Still a good dwarf name.
Is that your next character, Helm Hammerhand?
Yes.
If anybody has watched the recent animated film, Helm is the person who's in said film.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that.
Who,
I need to watch that.
in the film, punches someone with his hand and kills them in one punch.
Respect.
Which I'm assuming
It's a Lord
is
of the
why,
Rings film.
which is why he's called Hammerhand.
Is this a Tolkien film or?
It's
Yeah, they did this
yeah.
absolutely gorgeous animated film based on a story, like one of the like years before the Lord of the Rings X happened. It is absolutely beautifully animated, and it has like this really badass female lead, and I love it. It's amazing, and the animation's pretty.
Well,
Send me the
badass
link to that.
Tolkien movie. I also would like a link to that because I've not been able to find a link to watch it.
Well,
Do you
it's,
believe it's on Amazon Prime?
I believe it is.
Or maybe Netflix.
Well, send me the name of the series and I will look that up.
Oh, it's a film.
Okay, film.
War of the Rohirrim.
Dead.
Yep.
Jen, how old is Aragorn?
Yes. 80?
Rogue?
143.
Robin?
34.
Jen, you get a point. He is 87.
Nah, surely
Really?
not.
I thought he was older than that.
Nah, he's too
Well,
handsome to
clearly,
be
'cause I said
87.
That.
Far too handsome
right,
to be 87.
Okay, it is available on Google Play, Sky Store, Apple TV, and Amazon Prime. They are not available free. It is £16.
I might try and sweet talk Sarah.
And it is called Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim.
At the end of the Third Age, Aragorn is 87. This is considered to be near the prime of life for a Númenórean. According to the books, he becomes the High King after the events of the film and lives to be a ripe old age of 210.
Bloody hell. Humans live a long time.
Just Numenorians.
Before he is dead and buried with Merry and Pippin.
Yeah.
Which
Fun fact, the actors of Merry and Pippin are both entirely on board with sharing a grave with Viggo
they're
Mortensen.
trying to convince Viggo Mortensen to get on board with that.
And he has said over his
During the
dead
interview,
body.
Well,
and,
he'd be dead then.
I think it was Pippin who says, "Well, that's the idea." It's like, well, you're gonna be dead. It's not like you can say no.
I did also see today them both discussing the fact that in America, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is a PG-13, which means they can get one swear word per film. And they were discussing, where do you put it? And like they were just laughing at things like, Pippin, you fucking fool.
I mean, for me, the classic would be when Aragorn kicks the helmet and actually breaks his toe. Because I would just
God, yeah. And the director didn't even know. He was just like, "Wow, that's like a really good screen. That's exactly what I wanted." And then he found out later that he'd actually broke his foot. He was all like, "Oh, oops."
The actor playing Pippin was like, "Oh, just you know, I knock the skeleton down into the well. I just turn around to the rest of the group and go, I'm so fucking sorry." Or just Sean Bean comes back into the tomb of Moria, the tomb in Moria, and just goes, "They've got a fucking cave troll."
Yeah.
See, for me,
That cave troll was scary back in the day.
Yeah.
Still is. Jesus. See, for me, it'd have to be, again, it's Pippin when he knocks it over, but it would just have to be very quietly under his breath. Oh, shit.
Yeah. That would have done
Like,
it.
as he's being looked at by Gandalf, and he's just like, oh, fuck.
Ah,
Like, oh, shit.
Was it Pippin who was also in one of the Agatha Christie screen TV series where he was is it Miss Marple? Miss Marple, who's the other one?
Oh, no. They were both in so many.
Who's played with by Hyacinth Bouquet.
I have no idea. But I do know that there is a connection between Lord of the Rings and Moana.
Not seen Moana, but go on.
So in Moana, the giant crab is voiced by Jermaine Clement, who is one half of the Flight of the Conchords. The other half of which is one of Arwen's attendants in Lord of the Rings. That's a fun fact for you.
I mean, in other vaguely fun facts, Orlando Bloom, one of his first acting roles was in Midsummer Murders, where he is murdered with a pitchfork.
As you do.
You know what? I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah.
Robin immediately is like, oh yes, I get to watch that prick get stabbed. Yeah.
Rogue. Who does
Yeah?
Eowyn ask Aragorn if he rode to war with?
He asked if he rode to war with Theoden and his father.
Yes. Thengel.
Hold on, I gotta give me 2 seconds, guys. Hey.
Oh, I thought
I'm
they
trying
had
to dub.
muted for a moment.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that one of the dogs acting up?
I assume so. Rogue, how did you do points-wise that round?
Who was the last? What was the last answer to that question? Sorry.
Thengel, her grandfather, as well as Theoden, her father.
I thought I did better that round, but apparently I only got 6.5.
So that brings you up to 13.5. Team Sea Slug.
0.
Oh shit.
That's easy to add up. I might have to go back and see if I can find these quiz questions again, because I know that they did have another round where it was differences between the book and the film. And I feel that could be interesting for people who are interested in the films and books.
I've read the book a couple of times, but again, it was a very long time ago. Read it when I was 16 originally, and then read it again in my 20s.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
How did you do that?
Was it one of the dogs?
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 11.
Sorry, how much?
Wait, what?
Well, I got 3.5, so that plus 7.5 makes 11.
Right, you did the pre-calculations because I was just like,
Yeah.
technically, you could have got 11 that round, and I was just like, you swore a lot. You swore too much to get that all right.
Okay.
Oh man, no, I failed that round.
Yeah. You still scored better than me, Jen.
It is accurate. Team Sea Slug is at 7.5.
It's a sea slug.
Angel Feather is
Really
at
lived up to the
11.
name.
And Rogue is... Oh, apparently you've got to 13.4, Rogue.
Ooh,
Not bad.
I got 0.4 of a
Wait,
point.
where'd the 0.4 come from?
That's from John fatfingering the wrong number on the keyboard. There we go. 13.5 points.
Let's remember, people, when you... No, I'm not going to make that joke.
And now it is
Nope.
time for the triumphant return of Cheese or Service Station,
As you do.
where the answer is either it's a cheese or a service station.
I
It's-
thought that was where that was going.
It's
Trying
not
to
a
promise it's not going to be both.
it's not a difficult round in terms of the concept. It's fairly self-explanatory from the title, I feel. There are no boths this quiz. And I'm going to actually bring because it's a simple one or the other choice, I'm going to bring it down to 30 seconds on the clock. And your first question in Cheese versus Service Station round 2. Broxton. Broxton.
I don't know why, but in my head that immediately associated itself with the McDonald's theme.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm loving it.
We are approaching another advert break, but we've got a time to get a few more questions in. Question 2. Trowell. 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 Trowell.
Can you spell it for us?
Trowell. Trowell. Next up is question 3. Tunworth. Tunworth.
That sounds like a cheese if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, a ton worth of cheese. Oh, what's wrong with my brain? Got the Little Mermaid in my head now.
Last one before this ad break. Stachilton. Stachilton.
That's got to be a cheese.
Please spell it.
STICHELTON.
And if there's an ad break going on, I'm going to run to the loo, if that's okay.
That is perfectly fine. While you run to the loo and we have this ad break that is coming up, I'm going to tell us a little bit more about the making of the upcoming public domain movie, Hands of Manos, the Hands of Fate. Manos, the Hands of Fate. It's already broken my brain. It is a film, laughably, filmed on a camera that could run for 2 minutes at a time. So every single cut of the film is less than 2 minutes. It also, their film camera couldn't record audio. So every single role in the film was dubbed over later on by 2 male actors and a female actor. So every woman is voiced by the same woman. The main actress who was going to star in the film broke her foot just before filming started. Did they write her out of the film? No. Did they include her as a love interest of a different character who has nothing to do with the main film and is really just making out with a love interest in a car because she could sit down to play that role? Yes, that's what's happening. That's how that worked. It's really something that you've got to tune in and see to believe, and we're going to do that next month. I'm hoping, from the sound of it, Jen might be convinced to come and join us to shout things at the film and try to keep us sane as we watch the dreadful film.
Sanity.
It is also a film that introduces us to Torgo, who's a goat person, but that's never mentioned or discussed, but has a theme tune when he walks, and is, as I say, a satyr for no reason. And there are pictures you can find on the internet of Matt Mercer, the DM for Critical Role and voice actor of many things, dressed as Torgo for Halloween one year. A costume that he went to a semi-work party wearing, where he was one of the only people dressed in costume, because he was working the event, where he got to speak to Sam Raimi about what the fuck happened with Spider-Man 3. That's another story you can hear in interviews with Matt Mercer if you look them up online.
He knows what happened to Spider-Man 3. That's why no one talks about it.
I mean, Sam Raimi knows what happened to Spider-Man 3, and Matt Mercer confronted him about it, and yeah, I mean,
I'm not convinced that he wasn't high through the entirety of that one.
I mean, from the sound of it, it wasn't him, but yeah. We're back from the ad break. We're now just waiting to make sure that Robin has returned. Which, I mean, I'm assuming at some point he'll make his presence known. And we can continue with the quiz. So. It sounds like we can hear him approaching.
We know what he's doing because he's making noises.
I am back. Sorry, I'm on our bed currently, so I was just stepping back on.
So that's what that noise was.
And now it
Yes.
is time for question 5. Question 5. Old inns. Old inns.
It's got to be a service station.
Therefore, it must be a cheese.
Kind of got that feel to it, doesn't it?
I don't know how many of you are beer drinkers here, but when you get the sediment at the bottom of your beer from a car, not nice.
No, yeah. This is why
Just
you're
drink
meant to
Alco-Pops?
filter.
I'm not putting my can of beer through a filter before I put it in a pint glass.
No, you dipshit. They're meant to filter it.
Oh,
Question
So the idea
6.
is that you siphon the liquid from the demijohn or the tank without pulling all the sediment with it, so you have a pleasant can to drink.
Fair
Question
enough.
6. Bowland. Bowland.
Legitimately, I don't know what any. I'm a half tempted to just go back and change all of my answers to cheese.
I can guarantee you that some of them are not cheeses. Some of them are. And that is really the challenge of this round.
I can see you enjoying making beer, Robin.
I have been told that before. I've never tried. Well, last time I tried it, it was with my dad, and it was a while back. But there's so much like space involved, and I'd love to try it again though.
Question 7. Chevington. Chevington.
Nothing to do with Chevy Chase.
Absolutely nothing to do with Chevy Chase. I mean, as far as I know, I could be
As far
completely
as you
wrong in
know.
that.
And I'm not meaning the actor, I'm meaning the song.
Question 8. Question 8. Gordano. Gordano.
I could very much see that being a service station.
Question 9. Pont Abraham. Pont Abraham. Pont Abraham. Or it could be Abraham. I'm not going to tell them how to pronounce it. They should let me know. Put Ibrahim.
I was going to say, surely it's got the big sideburns.
Immediately, my brain just screamed out, "Mustafa Ibrahim!"
Oh, my brain immediately went Abraham Lincoln, so...
Which Queen song is Mustafa Ibrahim from?
Question 10.
Mustafa. Obviously, that.
Question 10. Derby.
Now that could be either, because I've heard of a certain type of cheese that's a blue, and obviously it's a place in the UK.
I mean, a lot of these are places in the UK.
Really? I thought some of them must have been American. At the very least.
One of them was French.
Sorry, I have a couple of drinks at this point.
Okay,
2 10% beers.
let's get some answers going. Robin, Broxton.
Service station.
It is on the M90, you are correct.
Yay.
Jen, Trowel.
Cheese.
That is a service station on the M1. Rogue, Tunworth.
Service station.
That is a cheese. It is a soft cheese originating from the Duke of Wellington estate. Robin, Chilton.
Cheese.
That is a cheese. It is an English blue.
Ooh, blue cheese. Yum.
Jen, Old Inns.
Service station?
That is a service station on the M80.
Nice.
Rogue, Bowland.
Cheese.
That is a cheese from Lancashire. Robin, Chevington.
Service station.
That is a cheese, a semi-soft and mold-ripened cheese.
What question was that? Sorry, 7.
7, Chevington.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jen, Gordano.
Service station?
That is a service station on the M5. Rogue, Pont Abraham.
Service station.
That is a service station on the M4. And Robin, Derby.
You see, I've heard of Derbyshire Blue, but I've gone for service station.
Derby is a cheese. It is a mellow cow's milk cheese from, well, Derbyshire.
That's annoying. Should have
So
gone with me gut.
How well did we do, people?
Jen, how did you do that round?
I got 6, so that puts me at 17.
Rogue, how did you do?
I got 4.
So that also puts you at 17, but 17 and a half.
Wait, I did better than our. I did better than our resident cheese genius?
Am I meant
Rogue's
to
a
be
cheese genius?
Yeah, what? No, I just looked up weird cheese before this.
And,
I felt like you had a thing for cheese.
Robin.
I mean, I like cheese.
I got 4, but if we're doing rounds on cheese, you need to get Sarah in, not me.
So, Team Sea Slug has 11 and a half, Angel Feather has 17, and Rogue has 17 and a half. And I'll remember to ask Sarah to come back if we do cheese and service station round 3. Now it is time for general knowledge, and I'm going to go back to having a whole minute on the timer.
I ain't stand a chance at this one.
General knowledge. Question 1. Which seafarer was the captain of the Black Pig? Which seafarer was the captain of the Black Pig?
Seems too obvious to put my initial thought into the answer, so I'm going for my second one.
Well, sometimes that'll trip you up. We'll find out if that's the case soon.
Aye. Sorry, I'm hiccuping now.
Question 2. Which...
Let's get them off.
What was that, Rogue?
I was trying to scare off the hiccups.
Question 2. Which Australian singer sang Physical in 1982?
the song. Do I know the singer?
I need to put this key ring down, otherwise I'm just going to keep spinning it around.
You are allowed to sim.
We're allowed to sing.
Sim. I mean, you can sing if you want.
I'd rather not, but
You can sing if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. And if your friends won't sing, and if they won't sing, well, you can leave your friends behind.
no, I'll not for this night. Tempting as it is.
Just like Robert just drops into like this glorious tenor and starts singing Italian opera.
Oh God, no. We'll have been told I'm a tenor in tune by Sarah, so
And now it
doesn't
is
mean I'm a
time-
good tenor. Sorry, go on, John.
Now it is time for question 3. Which computer company did Alan Sugar found in 1968? A partial acronym of his name. Which computer company did Alan Sugar found in 1968? A partial acronym of his name. We've got to the point in the evening where you guys are all concentrating and therefore very quiet between questions.
No, I'm just slightly drunk.
Or that.
I have no idea, so I'm just kind of guessing.
I'm not quite head empty yet. I need to brush my hair and look prettier before I can get away with that.
We're not on camera. Why bother?
I hold myself to my own standards, ludicrous as they may be.
Question 4. Which city hosted the 2023 Eurovision Song Contest?
God, I should know that. It's only been in the last couple of bloody years. City.
City.
I might have got country.
So far, Ibrahim. Still got Queen's on my head.
Question 5. What is the name of the actor who starred as Tom Good in the BBC sitcom The Good Life?
I've not even heard of the sitcom.
No. It's a 80s classic. 80s classic?
Can you call anything from the 80s a classic? Yes.
Hello, hello.
I feel like I'm allowed to object to shows that their entire runtime was before I was born.
It was a 70s classic.
I reiterate.
Wow.
my
Before I was born.
I mean, I'll point out it was before I was
Alan,
born as well, before we get there.
Is it before Jeff was born?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
it started coming out before Jeff was born. That's just telling me about the UK, thank you. I'm just trying to see how many seasons. It ran for 4 seasons. I think it still would have been entirely out before Jeff was was around.
Fair enough.
But it was very good and funny, and it also launched the career of several people, including the person that this question is about.
I have no idea.
We'll come back to that, because it is now time for question 6. Question 6 being, what does a viticulturalist grow? Or a viticulturalist? What does a viticulturalist grow? Viticulturalist.
I have heard of the term, not got a clue what they grow.
Apparently there's a board game named after it as well.
Oh.
Which may help
Yeah.
some
It
people
does.
here who play board games.
It does indeed.
I assumed it did,
Give away
as you
clues.
suddenly went ooh 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 ooh.
Ooh.
For the record, I can give you it's definitely not vitamins.
Yes, I got that much.
Honestly, that was actually my answer, so now I'm fucked.
Here's a hint. You can drink it.
Question 7. For which film did Sharon Stone win a Golden Globe for Best Actress?
Who the hell is Sharon Stone?
You uncultured swine.
I mean, we've already covered that he didn't watch The Good Life, but I mean, I feel that that's something that all of you have would complain at me about saying is something that people with culture should watch. I don't even know if it all was that good, but at least the bits I've seen of it were very entertaining.
I don't remember who Sharon Stone actually is. Because I just realised I mixed up Sharon Stone with Sharon Osbourne in my head.
Those are different people.
I was going to say, even I
Very
know who
different
Sharon Osbourne is, so...
The key
But
ring
for some
fact,
reason,
by the
Rocky
way.
Horror popped into my head.
I'm sorry to Ashton, the keyring that I keep spinning around. It's he'd be very dizzy at this point.
Right, I need to put you up on stream, John, because I'm interested in seeing your keyring.
I'll let me know when you're in, and I'll show it on the camera. Question 8: Who plays?
I am in now.
There is Ashton. There we go. Ashton Greymore keychain.
I'm seeing a lot of red and blue.
John?
Question
Back on point.
Question 8: Who plays Oppenheimer in the 2023 film of the same name? Who plays Oppenheimer in Oppenheimer?
Oh, ask me this 2 years ago, I would have known.
This is question 6, right?
This is question 8.
Wow. Okay, hold on. What?
You blanked
Question-
out for a bit there.
Question 6 was the viticulturalist.
Right.
Question 7 was Sharon Stone.
Right. So what was question 5 then?
The Good Life.
Oh, okay. That's where I got stuck.
And number 8 is the guy from that film.
The guy from
Aye.
that film, yes.
Barbenheimer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Up and Barbie. That's a very weird combination of films to watch.
It was.
I'm trying to remember which. I can't remember which order I watched it in.
Well, I've not seen Oppenheimer, but I have seen Barbie.
I think I did.
Do still need to see
Barbie.
Oppenheimer.
I still need to see Oppenheimer.
I think I saw Barbie first. I think I did Barbieheimer.
Question 9. If Ronald Reagan was the 40th...
Ronald Reagan, the actor?
Yes. Yes, he has to look good on camera all the time. If Ronald Reagan was the 40th president of the United States, what number is Joe Biden?
Complete guess. Not a clue.
Same. Like, they taught this to us in school, and I'm sitting here on.
Really watch far more American news than either of you.
I've got enough.
There's a thing called news.
I cannot physically melt into a tank under my desk. But that comment made me want to melt into a tank under my desk. Does anyone know how I can actually become an oozling?
Talk to Muffin.
Muffin!
Question 10. In which fictional town was Dad's army set?
Well, I know this one because that's my grandfather's like favorite show of all time. Give him 10 minutes, he'll tell you the entire thing.
Very good show as well.
Watched Dad's Army. The only thing I know from Dad's Army is don't tell him, Pike.
Don't panic! Stupid boy.
Alright, John, put us out of our misery.
You got 24 seconds of misery left, I'm afraid.
I think that cut 4 seconds from it.
I'm just going to keep spinning the key ring until the time is out.
I'm going to tune in for you spinning the keyring. Oh, that's Orlando Bloom.
There we go. It's even on the camera now. Oh, we got an ad break coming up, so we've got like...
I was going to say, my Twitch is loading.
No, more Doom! No!
I mean, I've run out of things to say about Manos the Hands of Fate for now, because it'll...
In your keyring some more.
it'll take away from the things that we're going to be able to talk about next month. But I'm hoping next month myself and Sean and Jen, and I'm going to try and convince Michael to join us, because I think Michael needs to see Manos the Hands of Fate and comment on atrocious films if I can convince him to do it.
Well, I was going to say, if you are free and I can find the film, write it out for me. And give me the date. I'll see if I can join you.
I mean, I've got the film, so we don't have a worry about finding the film. It'll be we'll be streaming it, and it'll be on the. I'll stream it to Discord and to Twitch at the same time.
While the ads are up, I'm gonna go make myself some dinner real quick because I haven't had anything to eat.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, go feed.
Jen's still semi on American time. Sorted. I mean, I don't really know how that works.
I mean, give me when the dates are of these films and when where we can watch them from. I'm happy to join in film night if I'm available.
So film night next month will be it's February the 15th. I believe, will be movie night, because the first will be Tyranny of Dragons. The 8th will be Council of Tamrinor. So yeah, the 15th will be Public Domain movie night. And if you want to join us, it'll be we'll be streaming it on Twitch, and you can view it through our Twitch.
Fantastic. Need to for Tyranny of Dragons, I need to grab Richard as to give that very motivational speech. Because, quite frankly, I will not have a clue how to do that, because he's playing that character very differently to how I would play.
That is fair.
And they are an NPC. Had he not wanted a guest character, so...
I am looking forward to getting some more Aegis playtime in.
Oh, Aegis is awesome. I love Aegis. They are one of my favourite characters in that campaign.
I am very much enjoying them. I do need to get better at remembering my own character's pronouns.
To be honest, John, I had not noticed, because they're they them, aren't they?
They are they them, and I frequently refer to a he.
I had not noticed, to be honest, but
I
will correct you if
I do it.
If I notice you doing it, I will give you a shout and say, "Oi!"
Yeah.
Anyway, on you go.
Nope, still on an ad break. Ad break ends.
Oh, are we?
In a minute and 15, so...
Pizza.
I was just thinking of odd sci-fi films. I can't remember the bloody title of it. It was a very indie film of like the 60s or 70s. Probably, maybe even 80s. Oh, I remember they discover an alien life form on a space station that they are in.
Right.
When they say it is like a blown up beach ball that has been painted grey.
Okay.
They manage to eject it from a space pod.
Right.
And then the very climax of the film, they're trying to talk down a sentient bomb from exploding.
This feels very Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
It wasn't Hitchhiker's Guide. You know what? I'm going to see if
the thing is I consider myself a connoisseur of really bad sci-fi films, but I honestly do not know.
It was. I think it was someone's university project to make a film.
I mean, I will quickly go through the list of the films that I've got saved for upcoming public domain movie nights over the course of this year.
I suspect it's not public domain because it was in colour.
We have Manos the Hands of Fate, which we're going to watch next month. We have The Little Shop of Horrors, but probably not the version you're thinking of.
Oh, I love that version. And it's not the musical.
We have a film called The Last Woman on Earth. Jesse James Meets Frankenstein's Daughter.
Never heard of that.
The Brain That Wouldn't Die.
I've seen that.
We also have Abbott and Costello's Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh, we need to see if we can watch Prehistoric Bimbos in Armageddon City.
And then we also have a Christmas special for this year, because we watched a Christmas special last year, which was Santa Claus versus the Devil.
There is one film you all need to watch. Mostly because it's a tangent from tonight. You need to watch Dead Alive.
There is this Christmas, hopefully, if I think we've set it up right so that we get a Christmas film this year as well. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Because the Martians get upset that they don't get Christmas, and so they kidnap Santa Claus. But now we are back for some answers for this quiz, so let's round up and put you guys out of your misery. And I'm going to start by saying, Jen, which seafarer was the captain of the Black Pig?
Blackbeard.
Rogue.
Yep.
Captain Pugwash.
It was indeed Captain Pugwash.
I went for an actual pirate. I said
was
Captain Kidd.
I was thinking pirates, and I was just like, is it Sam Black Wallaby? No, I know that ship. And eventually just went, I know all those ships. This isn't one of them. Oh no. Well, the silly, what are the silly fictional ships?
Rogue, who sang, which Australian singer sang Physical in 1982?
Kylie Minogue?
Robin.
What?
I said Kylie Minogue as well.
How old are you two? Oh my god, it was Olivia Newton-John.
It was Olivia
Let's get
Newton-John.
physical,
In fairness, I didn't know Olivia Newton-John was Australian.
No, I didn't know that either.
I went with Kylie Minogue because I know Kylie Minogue's Australian.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was Australian, but I still know she sang the damn song.
Robin, which computer company did Alan Sugar found in 1968?
I did not have a clue of this, so I guessed Apple.
Jen.
I guessed Apple as well.
Rogue.
I'm going with Acer.
It was Amstrad.
How is that remotely involved in his name?
It's Alan Michael Sugar Trading. Amstrad.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Jen, which city hosted the 2023 Eurovision Song Contest?
Istanbul.
Rogue.
Liverpool.
It was indeed Liverpool.
Constantinople?
I said
No.
Stockholm.
Stockholm was last year. This was 2023, which is the year that we hosted.
Rogue. What is the name of the actor who plays Tom Good in BBC sitcom The Good Life that you haven't seen?
I don't know. I wasn't born. Doesn't count.
Robin.
I have no idea, so I put a dash.
Jen.
I have no idea.
It's Richard Bryars.
Who's Richard Bryars?
He played Tom Good in The Good Life.
Thank you. Thank you for
Apparently.
that particular answer.
Let's see, what else has he played?
Oh wow, he died when I was 23. Let me know.
He was in Cockneys versus Zombies.
That sounds
Seen
awful.
That movie.
Not necessarily
but I
one of
loved
his
it.
highest points.
No, it doesn't
was
sound
hilarious.
it.
He was
It
in
was
Mr.
so
Bean.
stupid.
I mean, he's been in a lot of things. He's got 148 credits on IMDb. The Good Life launched his career and also the career of Felicity Kendall, who played his wife in the show. And it was a show
Oh,
about...
but that's why I recognize him. He was in New Tricks. Oh, that was a good show.
It was a show about a couple who were becoming a self-sustaining household. So they were growing their own produce. They were living off the grid, and their next door neighbors who were rich. Let's see. Robin, what does a viticulturalist grow?
Done my games. Wine.
It is indeed. Well, I mean, they grow grapevines, but yes, they are. I'll give the points for wine.
I mean, I did technically put grapes.
Jen,
Pedantism applies.
did you put anything down that wasn't vitamins?
Ooh.
You.
Oh yeah, I put milk. Because my
Okay.
brain just decided to leave me.
So that's a
Okay,
cow.
no, I need you to run us through this thought pattern here.
Yeah.
How did you go from viticulturalist to milk?
Well, I know that they do like pasteurizing on milk, and so I thought it was something to do with that. Because they cultured things. And
Okay.
I'm not sure how pasteurizing works. There was a thought process there, okay?
Pasteurization is to prevent cultures growing in milk. For the record.
Jen. For which film did Sharon Stone win a Golden Globe for Best Actress?
I don't know. I know who she is, but I don't know what she won.
Rogue.
No clue.
Robin.
Who?
Cool. It was Casino.
Hmm.
Rogue, who plays Oppenheimer?
Cillian Murphy.
Correct.
Wait, I thought it was. Oops. I got that one wrong.
Who did you think it was?
I thought it was Benedict Cumberbatch.
Cumberpatch.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of the Imitation Game.
Yes.
I don't know. I never saw the film.
That he actually
They
appeared
both.
in.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think who that is. Bugger.
Robin.
They both have like really big noses.
Yes,
though, so-
47th. Not got a clue.
Jen.
57th.
Rogue.
46th.
He is the 46th President of the United States.
Oh, it's so
Jesus,
close.
Jesus, Jen, how many presidents do you think you've had in the past how many years?
A lot, honestly, because like every 4 years they seem to come and go. So
I mean, it is limited to that, yes. Anyway, moving swiftly on, I think I'm going to buck the trend with this and start with Rogue again. Rogue, which fictional town was Dad's army set in?
I have no clue.
Robin.
I just put in a random name and said Boot Bullock.
Jen.
Wilmington on Sea.
Correct.
Like I said, I know that one. My grandfather never stops talking about that show.
And that's why I came to you last. So, Angel Feather, how did you do that round?
I got 2, which puts me at 19.
Rogue, did you score
You've still done a
more
hell of a
than
lot
one?
better than me.
I scored 5.
So that brings you to 22 and a half.
Wow, somebody broke 20.
Team Sea Slug.
1.
Hang on a second, let me do the maths here. There we go.
Oh, Team Sea
So,
Slug.
what was your total team Sea Slug?
12 and a half.
Okay, I didn't actually double you. Thank God. I started to worry about that for a second. I'm just like, no.
Okay, Robin, what would you like to name a round? What would you like a round to be in the next quiz?
Metal Gear Solid.
Ooh, fuck.
All of
I'm
them or just the
so-
original?
All of them.
Oh no.
Metal Gear Solid series.
We had that one not too long ago, I don't think.
I'm sure there's more questions that can be asked on that topic.
Honestly, I don't know anything about those games, so you could re-ask the questions and I'd
Oh,
still
Angel.
be wrong.
Or if you don't mind me calling you Jen.
Yeah, call me whatever.
Seriously, stream, kind of go through that series if you can. Honestly, it's absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
We will be back in March with another quiz, where round 1 will be Metal Gear Solid, and I'll work out the rest of them between then and now. Probably we'll have another round of general knowledge, and I'll see if I can get some questions that more people can apparently answer. For now, let me say, if you are in the chat and haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know when we go live, a completely free way that you can support us on the channel. It really does mean a lot to us. We also have a Discord you can join to chat with about the games we're playing and things that we're doing. We have a YouTube channel where you can go to catch up on our previous videos and see all of the things that we have done. We have a website, finalbossfight.co.uk, that you can go to catch all of the stuff that we do, as well as written content, audio content, video content, photos, events that we're going to go to. I'm slightly tempted to go to see MegaCon next weekend in London. We won't have anything official there, but I might be there. I might not, so don't go banking on that. But the temptation is real. For now, though, let's go to the credits, where we will see what is coming up this week. And we start with Rime of the Frost Maiden is happening tomorrow. The group have made their way through the Caves of Hunger and have now broken into the Necropolis of Ithrin, where they will try to uncover what it is that the Frost Maiden has been keeping buried under the ice, and bring an end to the eternal winter or die trying. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week, the Andrew Games Player is playing the Andrew Games Player Roulette over on their channel. Difficult to say what that's going to be because it's a random game. On Monday, myself, Michael, and Sean will be back with some Satisfactory, where we will be making computers and or bringing our computers and heavy modular frames back to a central warehouse location. And then on Wednesday, myself, Ben, Jen, and Tanny will be continuing with our modded Minecraft series, where Tanny and I will be continuing with some Ars Nouveau, and we want to look into getting armor from Ars, with all sorts of funky upgrades and things. For now, though, let's press this button and find who is live on a Saturday night that we can raid into.
Oh, are they live? It's been a while.
Let's raid into Just Joby One, who is streaming some art. They're doing some digital painting. So we're going to go give Joby some love. We'll see you guys again real soon. For now, so long. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.